Yes, Mrs. Rathod so that was the qualifying round. They had a team segment and then they had the medal. So we have 8 teams. Yes, Mrs. Rathod come here, Kalyani. Kalyani was a new girl earlier and now she's with us. She's got her contemporaries also there. This has an exit part also from here. Stretch the legs. Yes, Mrs. Rathod come here, Kalyani. Kalyani was a new girl earlier and now she's with us. She's got her contemporaries also there.
Good morning to one and all present. Maharaja Savai Man Singh Vidyalaya welcomes you all to the 5th Rajmata Gayatri Devi Memorial Trophy event.
Rajmata Gayatri Devi Memorial Trophy event was initiated in the year 2010 as a tribute to our founder, the late Rajmata Gayatri Devi of Jaipur. Her enduring love for children, her fearless attitude of standing up for the right, her unconditional concern for the environment, her dedication towards encouraging the growth of sports, and her commitment towards building a new tomorrow for the people of Jaipur. A lady of utmost elegance and charisma, Rajmata Sahiba lent her voice to several noble causes, which made her a legend in her lifetime. Her strong belief in the potential of youth and the power of knowledge is clearly evident in her initiative to establish 3 educational institutions in the city of Jaipur, and Maharaja Savai Man Singh Vidyalaya is one of them. In a span of 30 years, this institution has grown from strength to strength, instilling in all Mansingites the principle and values that our beloved Rajmata Sahiba stood for. Her multifaceted personality is reflected in this year's theme of the competition, Lead India, which encapsulates literature, lifestyle, leadership, entertainment, art, and democracy. This explains her belief in the holistic development of the child, where the mind and body must work in tandem for true growth and progress.
May I now request Rani Sahiba, the chairperson of our Vidyalaya, and my principal, to accompany our chief guest, Mr. Yogendra Dullabji, for lighting the lamp, to give an auspicious start to the occasion.
Jaya behalf of the Maharaja Sawai Man Singh Vidyalaya family, which is the management committee, the principal, Mrs. Krishna Bhati, I'm delighted to welcome Mr. Yogendra Dullabji as our chief guest at the 5th Rajmata Gayatri Devi Memorial Function. We are happy that Mr. Dullabji is here because he and his family have been closely associated with the late Rajmata. His father, Shri Khel Shankar Dullabji, was on the board of governors of the Maharani Gayatri Devi School, which was the first school that Rajmata Sahib founded in 1941. And today we have Mrs. Nirmala Dullabji. She has continued the tradition of the way the Dullabji family supports Rajmata Sahib's institutions, and she is on the board of governors today. Yogi Sir, as he is known to hundreds of students of Mayo College of the time and students of the Doon School. He has been a teacher in both institutions, and actually he is at heart a teacher. And I think if it wasn't for his family compulsions, he probably would have remained a teacher. It's true, yes. But apart from that, he is a multifaceted personality. He has been a champion squash player in his time. He has played tennis. He still plays tennis. And what very few people know is he's been very generous towards sports persons. He has sponsored a considerable number of talented young people. He doesn't say anything about it. Some of them have reached the national level, the international level, and well, I can't mention their names because I think he wouldn't want me to, but they have done extremely very well, and it's because of this leg up that he gave them in their initial years. He is also a very successful businessman. He has inherited the business from his father, his family business, and to the students who are from outside Rajasthan, perhaps you don't know that Jaipur is the emerald capital of the world. All the emeralds in the world come here, and they're faceted, and then they're re-exported. And the Dullabji family is known as the Emerald Kings of Jaipur. Apart from this, Mr. Dullabji runs today, he is a philanthropist at heart. He runs today his family hospital for his family trust. It has an outreach program. It helps poor villagers, and he is probably spending a lot of time there now because he's constantly trying to upgrade the facilities. We have now the latest in knee replacement surgeries. We have organ replacement, and he's got this expert team which constantly upgrades the facilities. And we in Jaipur are very proud, excuse me, to have such a first-class medical facility in our city. We welcome the former principal, Mrs. Neera Mathur, and members of the board. Yes. And warm welcome to all the students who have come and helped us to pay tribute to a remarkable lady. This is the way we celebrate the function every year, and I'm sure you're enjoying yourselves because we have this very exciting resource person, quiz master rolled into one, Mr. Pranab Mukherjee, and we look forward to an exciting semi-finals and finals. Thank you.
May I now invite Ma'am Principal to address the August gathering.
Honorable Rani Vidya Devi, Chairperson of the Vidyalaya, esteemed guests and our budding quizzers, we are indeed delighted to have with us Mr. Yogendra Durlabji, an icon for today's youth, one who has carved a niche for himself through his humanitarian services, as Rani Sahiba just mentioned a while ago. And combined with this, his excellence in sports and academics makes him a well-known personality amongst school children and school people. And over and above all this, some of the wonderful ways in which I have discovered the way he connects to youngsters, it's amazing. Welcome to you, Yogi sir. On behalf of Maharaja Savai Man Singh Vidyalaya, I welcome you all to the finale of the 5th Rajmata Gayatri Devi Memorial Trophy. The trophy epitomizes our late Rajmata Sahiba's belief that the youth had the power to perceive and effect a change for the greater good. This year's theme brings into recalling her innings as a parliamentarian who stood for the cause of common good. This spirit of democracy has been encapsulated in the Lead India quiz. The quiz master for the day is Mr. Pranab Mukherjee, as has been informed to you. He is known for his oratorical skills and terrific ability and expertise in conducting quizzes, debates, and theatre performances. He's sure to keep putting your spirits up and carry you through some invigorating segments in quizzing today. The format of the quiz has 2 segments. The team segment, which has been conceptualized with the idea of rewarding the top performing school, and the lone wolf segment, which identifies the best individual quizzer of the event. I also take this opportunity to extend our appreciation for the Old Students Association members who are present here and who have always been very generous in all these years and have sponsored the trophy awarded to the winning team. This year we have a record number of 27 participating schools vying for the much coveted trophy. I'd like to thank all the principals of all the participating schools for sending their quizzing team. Today is Friendship Day. We cherish our bonds with teams from Amity International School Saket, India International School Jaipur, Jodhamal Public School Jammu, MGD Jaipur, Mayo College Girls School Ajmer, Mayur School Ajmer, Modern School Barakhamba, Modern School Vasant Vihar, Rajmata Krishna Kumari Girls School Jodhpur, Sindhya Kanya Mahavidyalaya, I correct myself, Sindhya Kanya Vidyalaya, Gwalior, Springdale School Dholakua, Springdale School Pusa Road, the Sri Ram School Gurgaon, St. Xavier's School Jaipur, Step by Step High School Jaipur, Step by Step International School Jaipur, Sunbeam Schools from Bhagwanpur, Lehertara, Sun City, Varuna, Old Branches, the Delhi College Indore, the Indian School Delhi, the Sagar School Alwar, the Sindhya School Gwalior, Vasant Valley Delhi, Welland Girls School Dehradun, and Maharaja Savai Man Singh Vidyalaya. Good luck to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. We will now have reflections by Anirudh Narula, the most recent member of the Mansingites Alumni Association.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Anirudh Narula and I am an ex-Mansingite. It feels great to be back here. Just about a year ago, I was a participant in last year's Maharani Gayatri Devi Memorial Trophy Sports Quiz cum Debate competition. And today, I stand as the newest member of the Mansingite Alumni Association. We have often tried to coin the definition of the word Mansingite. The word traces its roots to Maharaja Savai Mansingh of Jaipur too, a polo legend, a forward thinker, a visionary, but above all, a kind and compassionate human being. Our school, which has been named after this great legend, was set up by his wife, Maharani Gayatri Devi. Maharani Gayatri Devi, or Rajmata Sahiba as we fondly remember her, was not just the founder of our school, but also a strong pillar that supported and developed Jaipur. It is in her memory that this event is held each year. I remember last year when I was here in this competition, and what I remember more than anything else, what I remember more than winning the trophy, which we later passed on, or winning the Best Speaker Award, what I remember is the forging of friendships and the interaction with schools from across the country. Let me recount one of my memorable experiences with Rajmata Sahiba. My first brief interaction with her was in the 7th grade. She had come to watch one of the plays that I had participated in. After the play was over, we were all introduced to her. And when my turn came to be introduced to her, she took my hand in both her hands and said, "Keep up the good work." These simple words were said with such kindness and warmth that I was mesmerized there and then. There was something about her aura that captivated you. Finally, we know that we're all here to win, and winning is important. But you know, a year from now, when you're somewhere near where I am, on a stage like this, sharing your experience, you'll realize that what you remember the most is the people, the competition, the nervousness, the exhilaration of participation, more than any win. Finally, best of luck to all the participants. Thank you, and may the force be with you.
Thank you, Anirudh. We will now begin with the semi-final round of the 5th Rajmata Gayatri Devi Memorial Trophy event. I now hand over to our quizmaster, Mr. Ponda Mukherjee.
Wonderful to be back here, and great that so many teams have converged for the quiz. Respected Rani Sahiba, respected Chief Guest, Principals of schools, teacher in charges, elders and friends. I'll first give out the name of the first semi-finalists. Of course, from there, subsequently, 4 teams will make it to the finals. And then, as we proceed to the Lone Wolf, we'll give the members of the Lone Wolf quiz who've qualified for the single quiz, identifying the best quizzer from the Lone Wolf section. The list is not overlapping. There are schools in the Lone Wolf who's not in the semi-finals. So they are lists which are different from each other. So do not assume that the first 8 names for the semi-finals would necessarily mean that your individual participant may or may not be in the Lone Wolf. Very quickly, the 8 teams that have made it from yesterday's semi-finals, which included in fact 1 tiebreaker, but 7 teams made it straight and 1 team made it through the tiebreaker. The 8 teams, not in the order of entirely marking scheme, are Vasant Valley School. Can we have you? Springdale Pusa Road. Yeah, members, please come down. Yeah. Keep coming. Indian School. The host school. Sunbeam Sun City. Sindhya Kanya. Springdale Solakwa. Sunbeam Bhagwanpur. Great, all teams all set. There are teams who just missed out by maybe one or two points here and there. This is not by way of who's missing out and who's in, but as you must have seen, what has unfolded over yesterday and today, and what has unfolded over the last 2 years. We don't give negative marking in the quiz. We don't keep buzzers. These are conscious, philosophical teaching choices. None of this quiz is driven by a need for speed. That doesn't mean that in 10 seconds you don't assume and try to guess the answer. Of course you do within a time frame, but a time frame bound quiz primarily towards the end I think defeats this whole purpose of quizzing. And to the best of our abilities, this has nothing to do with quiz books and blogs, which has almost killed the spirit of quizzing. One of the most fundamental problems with quizzing now, I'm sure many of you come across and we've discussed yesterday in a very brief reflection, is the whole phenomenon of quiz books. A general reader is always a quizzer. A quiz book reader reads for the quiz, and fundamentally there's a problem. We've tried to identify it as much as possible in terms of questions that probes, not questions that asks for a fact or for a reply. Because the fact of today is updated tomorrow, even if it's history. Maybe if you're looking at Mohenjo-daro and Harappa, the causes of how it ended has refreshed over the years to as recent as probably 5 years back. It would be same for Gandhiji, same for Ambedkar, same for personalities all over the world. We are always discovering things that they wrote and things that they've assumed and things that they've designed. Best of luck to all the teams, 8 teams. The sheet of paper is for you to discuss. Use it for discussing the answer, fill it up, write keywords. Discuss with each other. Quizzing is not about one kid coming on the microphone and answering. Fight. Talk. Apart from hitting each other, which is completely unwelcome. And being very aggressive. Show all other sorts of intense concentration, not bordering on aggression. Okay? Wonderful. 8 teams. Sheet, pencil, done. Speak on the microphone. If you're not there, the microphone's here. And try to see that you don't pass questions. It doesn't really matter how many of you give right answers. We are tired of quizzes in India where we are showcasing these right answers and people are saying, a kid feels disheartened if he doesn't know the answer. If he doesn't know the answer, then he'll be giving a class test. Why will he come to a quiz? If he doesn't know the answer and he's guessing somewhere in the periphery, his guess is what this quiz is all about. This quiz is not all about celebrating the right answer. You might say the right answer wins the quiz. Yeah, it does win the quiz. It would win the quiz. But it would win maybe a few quizzes for you. The spirit of the memory on which this quiz is held, the spirit of inquiry, is a little more than giving a few correct answers. So please give wrong answers. Give guesses. Don't feel bad if the guess is very embarrassing in front of other children in the audience, because what's an embarrassing guess for them may be really close to the right answer now. So guess answers, don't pass. It doesn't really matter. This is not a showcase of which 4 teams qualified for the finals. It's a showcase of the 5th team that doesn't qualify for the finals and probably be the better quiz team than the 4 that qualifies because they guess more and they may have missed out today. So best of luck. First question for you. We do 6 rounds of quizzing. This is the longest quiz of the day because this eliminates and puts 4 teams in the finals. 3 rounds clockwise, 3 rounds anti-clockwise. We have 2 rounds of visual, 1 round of audio, 3 rounds of dry. So dry and wet rounds are equal. The 3rd and the 4th will be visual, 5th will be an audio, 6th would be normal. So 1st, 2nd and 6th are straight rounds. In between we have the wet rounds, which is what we call as the audio and the visual round. Team 1, we'll start from 1 here, 1 here. Okay. So 1 here, that means we go clock this way, anti-clock from here. Yeah. This is not infinite bounce, this is not buzzer, this is not negative marking. We'll bounce finitely, not infinitely. Okay? 6 rounds means can't be infinite bounce. Infinite bounce is say 40 questions. Oh, pounce! No, you can't pounce. You can gaze. No pouncing business. No. No bouncing, normal passing. If it comes to you, democratic passing. If it doesn't come to you, it's Maya. No bouncing, no. Team 1, first question for you. From now onwards, 1 to 8. Team 1, first question for you. Your question, this is your direct. Rainbow warrior. No, that's not on the PPT. It's live. Okay? No PPT projection of, the clue 1 coming and then there's a face opening up. No. Digital free, oral live content. So, not on the screen. Live. Question number 1. Your question, this is your direct. Rainbow Warrior is one of the many ships that took and towed that important vessel away. Which incident do we remember of 1914? Rainbow Warrior is one of the vessels that towed the ship away, dragged the ship away, in fact unreasonably. Which incident do we remember in terms of 1914, 100 years later? Yeah. 1. Titanic, no. Lead India quiz, Titanic doesn't fit into our theme. Yeah, 2. Which incident 100 years later? 3. Sinking of the RMS Lusitania, the German U-boat attack, which you're talking about World War I. Good try, but no. Think whether India connect to it also. But you're on the right track. It's not a war, but it was warlike. Not Lusitania. 100 years before, write down at least the ship name and all. Yeah. 5. 100 years before, which incident? 6.
The PNS Ghazi.
No, not Ghazi.
The ship which took the crown jewels from India.
The jewels from India.
Yeah,
8.